Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dubs here. Welcome back to another episode of my GT6 Project Drifting series. In this episode, I said to feature a car that a few of you have been asking for, and it is the C63 AMG. Tuning-wise, I didn't do much to this. Right now, as you can see, it looks nice and stock, and after I've done tuning it / modifying it, it ended up looking like this. It's nice, it's lowered, I love the wheels, they look like AMG wheels, kind of, I guess. But it's not really black either. It's sort of like a really dark grey. The wheels are black though, with like a little chrome rim around, or whatever, silver rim around them. And I think the car looks really good. As you can see, I didn't do much to the outside of it because you can't really do much. For the back, you can add like a diffuser or whatever, the flat floors that you can add in the game. And then of course you can remove the tiny little wing on the back, which I didn't want to because that looks good. Or else change it to something absolutely ginormous like an ironing board. Again, the front, it was just a little bit of a splitter there, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's not much I did to this car. It is, of course, lowered because it is a drift car, so I want it to be really low. Anyway, this is the setup right here. As you can see, it has 617 brake horsepower and 1,386 kilos. And to be honest, that's enough. Like, as you can see here, when I went into the power and I changed all the power things, I did like nothing to it. All I did was do the engine tuning to stage 3, and that's it. I did nothing else to the power of this car. It's just that's it, because this thing stock is very good for drifting. So just adding just a slight bit of power, it makes it absolutely perfect. On the track, the first thing you'd notice with this car is that it handles very well. Standard, if you want to drift this like completely stock with nothing changed on it except for like the tires or something like that, if you put like comfort soft or comfort hard on them and you want to try drift, it actually drifts. Like, it drifts from standard, just like the BMW M4 that I have. I used it for videos before, and I can drift with it. Even though you can't tune it, you can drift with it just by changing the tires, and it drives really well. And this one's pretty much the exact same thing. You can basically get the back out just by using your weight, and shift your weight from side to side when you're drifting, and you basically get the car to go sideways. And it's a really cool thing to be able to do, and drift them stock, because that means that the cars, after they're tuned, you can get them to drift pretty much with any sort of amount of power or anything like that. But with this car, about 600 horsepower was pretty much as high as I was willing to go, just because I don't need all that horsepower. Because I think, if I'm not wrong, in Gran Turismo 5, I remember this car went up to like 800 and something horsepower, and then I think in this game it'll definitely go higher because, because of the way the power is made in this game. I don't know, somehow the power got increased in this game for all of the cars. But it's pretty cool the way you can drift this stock, and then after it's tuned, it drives very well. I think this would also be a really good car to drift around with, like comfort soft tires, because of the amount of power it has, and you can just use that power to push your car along sideways. And it's such a good car to drift in. It's definitely one of my top 5s right now, because I absolutely love this and the SLS in GT5 for drifting. And in this game, it hasn't changed too much. It's still one of the best cars to drift in right now. But yeah, it looks nice and stealthy, black on black, and it's just really cool to drift around in this. It's not a very difficult car to get the hang of when you're trying to drift. The only problem I had with this at the beginning was trying to get the power down into the wheels, because of the way the front wheels were facing. The camber and toe combination wasn't right at the beginning, but then I messed around with it and I got it right. And same with the transmission. Again, it depends on what track you're driving on. Anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And if you have any sort of cars that you would like me to try and test out in the future, leave them down in the comments below as well. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.